okay. Do me a big, gigantic favor. I'm actually doing something a little bit different this time than I did last time. So we've been complaining about noise issues and echo in my house. So I actually have this microphone here. So we're going to try something different today. So you guys, as you chime into the live tonight, let me know if my audio is okay and or if it's better or worse. I want to get your feedback. This is my opportunity to give you some feedback. Sounds much better, says Sovereign Knight. I'm glad you're on tonight, buddy. So yeah, so tonight is RacerX Wednesday, and I'm so happy to be back with you guys. A lot has happened in the last 3 weeks. I've not been live with you guys in 3 weeks. If you guys are catching this on replay, no big deal at all. We'll catch you on the next live. Hopefully we have a really good live session tonight. I have a lot to talk to you guys about, including my big plans for 2023. Some upcoming videos that I have, certainly a lot of content that I just put out that I want to get your feedback on, and it's going to be a good live tonight. So like I said, guys, do me a big, gigantic favor. As you jump into the live tonight, hit the thumbs up for me. Looks like, I don't know how many folks will have on tonight. I tried to put something out on my community page, letting people know that we would be on tonight. And like I said, lots of stuff to talk about. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in right here to my comments. It's a little darker complexion in here tonight too. So I'm hoping you guys can see me just a little bit better. And like I said, I hope the audio is a little better. It's been something that's been bugging me. You guys have asked me about it, so I ordered this. Hopefully it's helping. I tried to use this microphone on another video outside, and it sounded awful. So hopefully it works better inside. So anyway, guys, let me see what we got here. I want to say hi to everybody before I jump into the main point of tonight's conversation. Like I said, I'm so happy to be back with you guys. One other quick thing I will throw out there. Thank you guys for all of the well wishes. Many of you guys are aware that a few weeks back, I actually got COVID, of all things. I went, like forever. I've never had COVID. It was so strange all of a sudden to just get it after all this time. And it was not very much fun. And I'm still having a few weird lingering effects, guys. I've been tested negative for a really long time. I'm over it. I've been out in public for shooting videos, doing everything else. But I've got this kind of lingering cough thing. I don't understand it. And I still get kind of tired sometimes, just out of the blue. It's really weird. But anyway, hopefully my body will eventually recover and everything will be good. So thank you guys for all the well wishes and all the prayers you guys sent my way. It really did help, and I really do appreciate it. So let me see here, guys. I am jumping into my own live so I can see your comments come across real time. Wow, who all do we have in the business tonight? Let's see. Of course, my man Sovereign Knight, moderator on the job as always. I'm so glad that he's on tonight. My man Roy Morgan jumping in here tonight. Team 706 says, love your channel. I love that. Wes D says, I can hear you great. Guys, that is great news. I'm so glad that this thing works and that you guys don't have quite the echo that we were getting before. My echo was off the chain. I listened to some of my lives before, and I was got to do something about it. My man Chad, I saw him chime in. Let's see, who else do we got here? Mark saying it's good. Sovereign Knight saying, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Absolutely, guys. Got so many big plans for 2023. I'll jump into that here in just a minute. Let's see, Jacob said, sounds good. John Herman saying, hey, X, good to see you, buddy. My man Aaron in the house tonight as well. So a couple super mods on tonight. Let's see, D-Watts72 is here. Good to see you, buddy. My man D-Watts. Let's see. Sovereign Knight says, saying hi to Aaron. TH Payne says, just to say, Honda suck. I hate this electric movement. Yeah, I think a lot of people share your sentiment there. Jackball TV is in the house. Let's see here. Video looks great as well. Good to hear it, guys. Let's see. Wes D saying, what's up, Racer X? My man Aaron. Shouting back out to Sovereign Knight. Benjamin saying hello. Nice to catch you live, X. I'm so glad you could make it tonight. My man Not You is on tonight. I love it. We got the whole crew on tonight. Well, just about. Let's see. Who else we got in here? Eric Taylor saying good evening, everyone. Excited for the live tonight. I Am Legend is also here. Great contest. I'm saying, sorry, greatest content of all channels is what he said. Not contest. Thank you, my friend. I really appreciate that. My man Harold is on. Good to see him on tonight. I love the Clover. I can always tell his comments by that. Let's see. Who else? Oh, my stuff's jumping around here, guys. Oh, who else have I missed here? My man Roy Morgan is in the house. Chad Pittman. Mike says, sounds great. No echo at all, says Sovereign Knight. Gary Evans, this is how I'm doing tonight. I'm doing good, guys. I'm so glad that I could do another live with you guys. I was going to do one last week, and I almost did one last night, and then it wasn't my normal night, and I just wasn't quite as planned out as I wanted to be, so I wanted to wait till today and kind of come in. I was tired yesterday and a bunch of other stuff, so I'm really glad I kind of waited till tonight. It's the first day of February. You know, February is kind of a short month, but guys, I've got a lot of things planned for this month, and man, I've got one video out there that is really taken off right now, just out of the blue. It is really weird, and I did not expect it, but I'm super happy that it is. And I don't know if you guys know which one it is or not. We'll talk about it here in a minute. ProCharge 392, hey man, good to see you. You answered me on my ProCharger install on my stock Scat Pack. Hopefully getting it back Friday. That is exciting news. Keep me posted on that, buddy. That's awesome. TH Payne says, oh, I hate that cough. By the way, took Mucinex chest. And cough, it cleared. That cough, it took about a week. So yeah, guys, it might be a little while before I get over it. There's Carrie. It says, love your channel and Aramis. So yes, Carrie always comments on Erebus, my dog. He's around here somewhere. What are you doing, dude? His name is actually, it's pronounced Erebus. So it's Erebus, which means Lord of Darkness. But he's pretty dark as a German Shepherd. Don't knock my microphone off. You want to come say hi? Come here. Come say hi. Come here. All right. Be easy. Be easy. You say hi. Yes. Right up here. Who's up there? Okay. Don't mess up stuff. Okay. All right. You said hi. Thank you for making an appearance. All right. Lay down. Sorry, guys, if my sound is messed up. All right. So Erebus is still here. Let's see here. Jeff Noob says, sounds good. Let's see. Sed says, hello from Panama City, Florida. Glad you are doing better. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate it. Mustang S550, Team South Florida. I love it. Jack Ball, I think I had a bit of a COVID summer 2021, lasted 3 days. You can tell that things move around your body trying to exploit weaknesses in your immune system. Yeah, it's been a weird thing having COVID, guys. Like I said, I haven't experienced it. And it absolutely knocked me on my butt for about 2 days. I was miserable. The first night I had, it was right after I did a live with you guys. Literally right after my last live, I got really ill really fast, guys. It was so weird. It was just like hitting a ton of bricks. But anyway, I'm good now, so we're back at it. Diamond, what is that? Diamond Gouge? I'm trying to read this. Let's see. Quick quest aside, let's see the note and insurance. How much extra would I be spending on a SS Camaro a month? Well, I guess it depends on what you're coming from. There's too many variables, guys. I get questions a lot about insurance and stuff like that. I find that the Scat Pack compared to the RT, there's almost no difference. There's not a lot. But it just depends on the person, guys. It depends on how old you are. It depends on your driving record, what state you live in. One little fun fact, when I moved to Florida just a few months back from Texas, my car insurance quadrupled. Go figure. The people in Florida, guys, I'm not going to lie, they cannot drive. They are absolute wild people here. So they're either going 55 in the left lane on the highway, or they're going 155 in the middle lane on the highway. There's really not a lot in between, and there's no such thing as turn signals here in Florida. They just don't use them. It's not a thing. And the people here are just, I've never been to another, I've been to basically every state in the United States, guys. Florida, by far the worst. Like New York City people be like, Florida people are crazy. So anyway, food for thought. Little tangent there, guys. So anyway, who else we got on here? Albert says, hey, love the channel. Thank you, Albert. Darth Bain says, good evening. Sub 93 says, get a Hell Kitty RacerX. So a lot of people have asked me about that. Let's see. We'll jump into it here. Uh-oh, my thing's jumping around again. Let's see here. TH Payne says, very cool dog. Fire Dude 911 says, I got my Challenger Scat Pack in December. Your channel and content was the main source when I made the decision, and it's been amazing. I love to hear that, guys. One of my favorite types of comments. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, and I'm glad that I was able to help you make an informed decision on your car. Alex says Mustang or Scat Pack. Well, that is the true question, right? I mean, it's it depends on who you ask. You want something lighter, more aerodynamic? The Mustang, right? Smaller. The Scat Pack, probably more comfortable. Completely different feel. A muscle car feel versus a pony car. They don't drive anywhere close to the same. They're both fun in their own right. So yeah, I couldn't tell you to steer one way or the other. I love both. I've owned both. And so my suggestion is go drive both of them and see which one you like better. Because chances are you'll like one or the other. Like I said, 10-speed versus 8-speed. And there's just so many different variables there. Or if you're talking about manuals, yeah, they're both 6 speeds, but the manuals feel very different in both cars. So yeah, I don't even know where to start with the answer. It's a lot to take in. Look at my man Aaron. My insurance in Atlanta was triple what it was in the Seattle area. You know, that doesn't surprise me either, Aaron. I could see Seattle being significantly cheaper. But boy, don't move to Florida, guys. If you move to Florida, your insurance rates will get nasty. I found that out firsthand, and yeah, it was not ideal. So yeah, I had to do some serious shopping around to keep from having to sell my left arm for insurance of all things. And so anyway, let me see, guys. I'm still jumping around a little bit. Zach says Banshee with a question mark. Well, you never know. My man Greg Anderson, sorry to hear about the COVID. Welcome back. Thank you, Greg. I appreciate it, buddy. Long time supporter of the channel there. Let's see. Mike says, haven't listened for a while. You still rolling in the Mustang? Yes, I still have the Mustang right now, guys. Let me grab a couple more comments I want to jump into a little bit. E-Ray says, let's see, Loisel. TH Paint says, want to hear something funny, that new EV Dodge Banshee, that fake sound. So a lot of people really hate the sound of the Banshee. You know, I've posed this question in the past, right? I mean, what sound, if any, would you guys have had it made? And the answers were all over the board, guys. It was like some people wanted no sound, which I don't know. I've driven so many cars like plaids and stuff, guys, and I personally like sound. Even if it's fake, I like it better than nothing. It's just my opinion. But a lot of people think that it should sound like a V8. Dodge was of the opinion it should not sound like a V8 because it's not what it is. So they wanted to make it sound like something different. I think it would have been cool if it would have sounded like a jet, if I'm honest. Like if you would have made it sound like a jet engine. You know, my car sounds a little bit like that with the twin turbos on it. But if you would have made it sound like a jet or something cool, I don't know. You know, sometimes things grow on you. You know, when you try them out a little bit and they sound, you know, they just grow on you. It's kind of like I was with the Supra, right? I hated the Supra when it first came out. Went and drove it, and the more I was around it, the more I was like, you know, this thing's kind of cool. Like I don't know, it's just one of those things, right? Things grow on you over time. So let's see, who else do we got here? Benjamin says, I won't go EV until the cost of batteries drop. When the battery cost is as much as a vehicle isn't worth it. So a lot of people worry about that. They're worried about the power grids and stuff like that. There's a lot of things that people say negative about it. They don't like the charge time, obviously. Although the new battery technology, people are able to charge their cars from like 20 to 80% in like some stupid amount of time, like 18 minutes or something. So they're getting much better, but it's just one of those things. My man James Photos is jumping in. I love it. He says, even my Honda engine on my lawnmower sounds better than electric cars. Yeah, I think there are a lot of people that would agree with you, buddy. So it's good to see you in the building tonight. I appreciate it. Let's see here. Okay, guys, I'm going to jump into a little bit of content real quick because I know I put the thumbnail out there. So like I said, my last live, January 11th. So it's been 3 weeks. A lot has happened since then. Last time I talked to you guys, I mentioned that I was going to try and get a hold of Dodge to see if I could get up there to Vegas. And I just never heard anything back, right? I wanted to go to Vegas to see if I could bring you that 7th edition Hellcat that we've all been waiting on. It's been postponed and postponed. We thought we'd see it at SEMA. We didn't see it. And I did finally get a hold of Dodge. They called me back. They are in the process of planning a lot of things. So, you know, long story short, I don't necessarily know if I'm going to go to Vegas. I think it's very likely that I will be able to bring a lot of that stuff to you live. A couple of key things I will go ahead and tell you that Dodge told me. Obviously, we know it is Challenger. We can confirm that much. Couldn't confirm power. What I was told verbatim, guys, this is something I can tell you verbatim, was that some people might be slightly underwhelmed by the power number, and then some people will be very happy. I don't know what that means. To me, that means that maybe it might make slightly less power than a lot of people are thinking, but we'll just have to wait and see. It will make more than a standard red eye, obviously, but we'll just have to wait, guys. Like I said, I surmised that it was going to be 1,000 horsepower. It was going to have that 6.2 liter Elephant variant with a 3 liter blower on it on flex fuel, otherwise E85. So that's what I thought it was going to be. Direct Connection's already making those engines. They're going to be out in like Q2. So that was what I thought it would be. They can't get the 426s to pass emissions, so I don't see that going in one of those cars. But if they have 1,000 horsepower Elephant 6.2, I think they could get it past emissions. So anyway, we'll see. But Dodge, they're in the process of planning. I'm told that they are Still trying to figure things out. So I don't know if I'm going to be there or not. I did mention I would love to be there for some of the drag racing. They're not going to unveil any other cars. So I thought maybe we might see a pre-production Banshee there on the drag strip, because this is being held at a drag strip in Las Vegas, guys, on the 20th of March. And no, I don't believe they're going to reveal anything else except the 7th edition. Now, they may have some other things. It's supposed to be kind of a mini Roadkill Nights. If any of you guys followed me when I went up to Dodge for the Roadkill Nights event and their Speed Week events, it's supposed to be like one of those. So there's going to be a lot of drag racing. Could be some opportunity for some really neat footage. And maybe yours truly might get an opportunity to do a few things that are pretty cool for the social media groups out there that maybe not a lot of people have an opportunity to do. We'll have to just wait and see, guys. I don't know for sure. So anyway, there's that piece of it. Let me grab a couple more comments on that. Oh, let's see here. Everything's going by pretty quick here, guys. Stan D doesn't take 18 minutes to fill up my scat. That's true. That is true. Let's see here. Let me see. Turbro. I like that screen name, Turbro. My friend just bought a Chrysler 300 5.7 V8 all-wheel drive, and man, it's quicker than the rear-wheel drive Charger RT. I was so surprised. So, guys, the video that's killing it right now, just go ahead. It's a good segue, at least for me. I don't know why it took off, but it did. I did a video on the 2012 Hennessy Chrysler 300 with their HPE 650 package on it. I went over to Streetside Classics in Tampa. They had that car. It was brand new. And I reviewed it. I talked about how maybe it would have been cool if Dodge really would have done a Hellcat version of the 300C. Obviously, we know they didn't. They did a naturally aspirated 6.4, which is still cool. But I think it really would have been cool had they done a Hellcat version. I'm surprised they stuffed it in a Durango and they decided not to put it in the Chrysler 300, seeing as how we had a Charger. I don't know. You know what I mean? They put it in the Ram. They put it in the Jeep. So the only brand that really didn't get any love under the Mopar umbrella was Chrysler. But it was just a weird thing. But a lot of people really thought the car was cool. It was a neat little review, and it's got like 120,000 views in like 5 days or something, guys. So that one took off pretty good, and a lot of people just, I don't know, it just seemed to get a lot of traction on YouTube. So it was pretty cool to see that. A couple other things real quick, guys. So what do I have planned for this year? A lot of people want to know kind of what's going on. So many times in the past. So I'm going to go ahead and just jump into this. Those of you guys that follow my channel loyally, you probably already know about all this stuff. But I have been hooped out of car after car after car. We've talked about it. I got hooped out of the TRX when somebody bought it out from under me for way over a sticker. I got hooped on the Z06 I wanted for the channel when the dealership came out and said they wanted $50,000 donated to their charity. I got hooped on my Demon. A lot of people, you guys know the story on that. Way back in the day, the owner came in and just bought all 4 allocations for himself and his family after being on a list for 7 months and having already borrowed the money. It's been one thing after another. What's up, big guy? I made it, my man, Jay Beeman. Good to see you, buddy. Thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it. So there's been just kind of hooping after hooping. I don't know what else to say, man. It's just been awful. So for 2023, my focus is going to be a little bit different, right? Because a lot of channels, they do really well because they get the newest thing. And then they do unique things with the newest platform. Well, in 2023, we're going to see a lot of brand new vehicles come out. We've kind of been on cruise control, right? We had the S550 Mustang, been out since 2015. Hellcats have been out since 2015. The Camaro has been out forever. Obviously, we had the C8 Corvette, but now that's been out for 3 years. We have the Z06 variant, which nobody can afford, including myself, because I don't want to pay $50,000 over sticker, which I never agreed to. So that's not really a thing. But there are a lot of other cars coming down the pipe that I think would be pretty cool. So I can't go into a ton of specifics about this, but my focus for 2023 is to get some brand new platforms for you guys, stuff that's not old, and then work with my sponsors to do some really neat things to some brand new platforms for you guys. What that means is for this year, my hope is to do 3 new cars for the channel. And it's going to come in stages, one of which I'm hoping to do here in the next few months. We've talked about it at length. That one I'm hoping to bring to you, and that is actually not a brand new platform, but it's something I want to do that's going to be unique, and I think you guys will really like it. The other two will be new platforms. I will not be all Mopar. It will not be all Ford. It will not be all shit. Like, I'm trying to mix up my content. Um, I think the Mopar folks will be very happy this year with what I'm trying to put together. So Sovereign Knight says, ooh, surprises. That's my goal for this year, guys. So 3 new cars for the channel by the end of the year. I want 2023 to be by far my biggest and best year ever. I'm going to need you guys' help all along the way. I'll need your feedback, your suggestions. Keep sending me your video submissions. Like, when you guys send me stuff, like, look at this article, RacerX, like, check it out. You guys know, a lot of you guys have sent me articles and I've done videos on it. And, you know, it's cool to get that information out. And I really need that from you guys. And I really do appreciate you guys immensely for the stuff you send me all the time on Instagram. And I've not been very active on Instagram, I'll be honest. As I told you guys, the platform really kind of pissed me off just from what it rewards and what it doesn't. But at the end of the day, I'll still stay active on the messages on Instagram, and I might start posting some more stuff. But yeah, it's one of those things that I just I need to stay in touch with you guys on Instagram. I'm a little behind on messages still. I'm trying to get caught back up, but keep sending me your stuff, guys. I really appreciate it. But 3 new cars, guys. I cannot wait for this year to come. A lot of projects I want to do for you guys. I have some brand new sponsors coming on board this year. I think you guys will be pretty stoked about. One of which I will just go ahead and tell you. I had a conversation with the other day. It's a sponsor I've been trying to get for years. They are not an easy nut to crack, but I am now part of Team Recaro, who, in my opinion, makes the best race seats on the planet. Be expecting to see some stuff out of them here very soon. I also am working with a company that does theft prevention. And I am going to bring you guys a video in the next day or two about something that you can use to protect your cars. And I work with them on getting you guys a discount code because I'm just sick of the Mopars being stolen, guys. So I'm going to release a video in the next couple of days about how many Mopars are out there being taken right now and what we can actually do about it, how we can be proactive, and just give people a couple of suggestions that I've heard about what they can do to protect their Mopars, because the theft, like I said, guys, many times, the theft is out of control right now. It's ridiculous. So I want to do my part to help you guys. So expect that to be coming down the pipe. But I'm so excited to be a part of, obviously, the Recaro team. I talked to them at SEMA while I was there. They love the channel. And we may be bringing out some brand new seats. Now, here's the thing about Recaro, guys. They're awesome to talk to, awesome to work with. They don't work with a lot of influencers in terms of great big numbers. They're very picky about the influencers they work with. I feel very blessed that they chose me to work with. They don't do anything on the Mopars. Have you guys noticed that? You know, if you order a Ford, right, you could go in and get the Recaro seats when you order your Mustang. That's been a thing for a while. Recaro works with them. Why don't we get them in the Dodges? Well, we might at some point. And we might be seeing a Dodge at some point with some really cool seats in it to kind of show you guys what's capable and show Dodge the same. So anyway, I won't go into any more detail on that, but it's something I'm looking forward to maybe bringing you guys in the future. Won't be in the next month or anything, guys. It takes a little bit of time, but stick with me and we'll see what happens. So anyway, guys, also this year, I have at least 3 trips that I want to do, no less. Like I said, we have March 20th coming up. I don't know for sure if I'm going to Vegas, but I would certainly like to go. We also have Roadkill Nights and Speed Week coming up for 2023 this year. You guys really liked it when I went there. I brought you all the live stuff. I fully intend on doing that again this year. If Dodge will have me, I assume they will. We'll see. And, you know, we've got SEMA coming up this year, which they're expecting maybe a little more traction from the big manufacturers because everybody's got new cars coming out for 2024. Those are 3, and I've got a couple others that I'm considering as well. So I'm going to be traveling around more this year to try and bring you guys some more unique content. I also want to try and work with some other YouTubers that you guys have been asking me to do collabs with. I'm going to try, guys. We'll put it out there that way. This year, also expect some other things to come online. My website, I want to try and get you guys some really cool merch like hats. You guys have been asking me for forever. I've been working on it in the background. It is not easy, but I will do my best this year, actually very soon, to try and get those things all going for you. And the last thing for 2023 is I will most likely be doing a subscriptions channel, which I've asked you guys about in the past, where I want to give you guys some behind the scenes looks at some of the things I do. And there's a litany of cool things that will be part of the subscription that I will offer for you guys to get a little more like a backstage pass towards things. You guys can give me more input there. And there'll be a lot of perks to being a subscription. And I'm not going to make it real expensive either, guys. It's just something fun to do. And YouTube's been highly recommending that I do it now for like a year and a half. So I'm going to try and bring that to you. I've mentioned it to you guys in the past. So 2023 should be a pretty busy year. My Challenger needs Recaro seats. Make it happen next. We're going to make it happen. And so it's kind of one of those things, like you're working with several of your sponsors. Now, many of you guys already know, like Hellion is one of my main sponsors. They're awesome to work with. Those guys are absolutely fantastic. I love the guys at Hellion. Some of the best dudes. They're unbelievably good on customer service. My partnership with Hellion has been fantastic, guys. So, I've got a couple of super chats to get to, you guys. So give me 1 second. But the whole thing is, I want to work with those guys on some new things, and they're excited to work with me on some new things. So you'll see that. Certainly MagnaFlow. I've been on Team MagnaFlow now, guys, for like a long time, like 3 years. They brought out their Charger and Challenger X Mod exhaust through my channel, and that was when I had significantly less subscribers than I do now. So fully expect to see maybe some more stuff from MagnaFlow this year. AMSOIL is another one of my sponsors, guys. They make the best oil on the planet in my mind. And, like I said, I only work with sponsors that, I mean, maybe it's just me, but I don't like recommending things to you guys that I wouldn't use myself, and I don't use myself, which means when other companies come to me and they say, look, RacerX, I'm just like, look, you know what? I'm going to take a hard pass. That may seem like a weird thing, but I will not recommend things unless they're kind of the best, and they're the one that I want to use, the one I feel like they're the best of the best. That's who I partner with. And so I feel really good about every sponsorship that I have, and I feel so blessed. But this coming year, guys, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. So stick with me. We are currently at 168,000 subscribers. I did my analytics. So I did my year review, and actually 2022 was down compared to 2021 for a couple of reasons. It was a little bit weird. My views were down. Actually, I'm sorry. My views were slightly up, but a lot of other stuff was down. It was weird. My subs were down about 15,000 from 2021, but a lot of it, I think, guys, if I'm just blatantly honest, it had to do with COVID. Everybody started getting back out in 2022. In 2021, everybody was stuck in the house, let's be honest. So I think that may have been part of it, and YouTube didn't really actively share my content as much in 2022. They just didn't. I don't know why. So anyway, guys, 2023, I have big goals, I have big plans, and I really want to grow the channel. And I really, like I said, I need you guys' help. You guys have been like the core audience of my channel for a long time, a lot of you guys. And some of you guys are new to the channel too, right? So I really do appreciate each and every one of you guys, what you do to support me and give me ideas. I can be candid with you guys on these lives because it's my opportunity to get with you guys, just like it's your opportunity to talk to me. I know I can't always get all the comments, but man, I really enjoy the lives. I used to do them every week, and I just found that it was just a little bit too much for me. It took a little bit too much out of me, and it just kind of got a little bit dry because I didn't have enough new stuff to share. When I do them every 2 or 3 weeks, I got lots of stuff to talk about. So anyway, let me jump into the super chats really quick. Who else? There's John. Who else did I miss real quick, guys? My man, Greg Anderson. My man. I'm trying to figure out what he sent here. He says, yippee. Is this a guy jumping? Thank you, Greg, for the super chat, buddy. I appreciate it. I like TH Payne. He says, RacerX for president. And then, of course, we jump down here, and my man, John L. jumping in. He says, I purchased a 22 Ram 1500 Bighorn. It's a nice truck. Last year, and want to do some mods, but I'm afraid I may void the warranty, as the dealership said all mods will. So, guys, that's the thing, right? It's the slippery slope of mods. There are certain mods I think that a lot of dealerships will look the other way on. For example, exhaust mods. If you're going to do a cold air intake, maybe there's a stickler dealership that's like, oh my gosh, I'm going to void your warranty. But most dealerships are like, cold air intake, don't care. Obviously, if you do an aftermarket exhaust, it's going to void your exhaust warranty, but typically most good exhaust companies, i.e. Magnaflow, Borla, Corsa, whoever, they're going to offer you a warranty with the exhaust anyway. So, there's that piece of it. So anyway, guys, it is, anytime you go more than that, certainly when you tune the car, it's become harder and harder. We used to be able to swap out the PCMs and stuff like that. That typically doesn't work anymore. So yeah, once you get into tuning, and if there are long tube headers on it and stuff like that, you typically have to tune it anyway. Once you get into the tune game, it's a little bit different. So you can stick with your very basic bolt-ons that you don't need to tune for. And the reason I say that is because if you have to take it into the dealership, sometimes they're easy to just swap back out, keep all your stock stuff, and you're good to go. But once you get into the tune and you start throwing more and more stuff at it, then yeah, your warranty will be void. So just make sure you do a good job with your tune. Work with your tuner, make sure it's right, make sure it's good quality materials you put on your car, and you'll be all right. So the Bighorn's a great package, by the way. I like that. I like that truck. Thank you for the super chat. And then Aaron jumped in here. I'm surprised Aaron's not giving me a hard time about vitamin water. I'm just drinking regular water tonight. So there's that. Let's see. He says, get Tom Brady on the channel. He has free time now. You know what? I'm sure that guy stays busy 27 hours a day, regardless of whether he's in season or not. I'd love to have Tom Brady on the channel, but yeah, if you guys know how to get a hold of him and ask him if he wants to be on the channel, I'd love to have him. I don't have his cell phone number saved in my phone, but I would love it. Thank you for the super chat, buddy. I appreciate it. Let's see here. So J-Dog, Dog Father. He says, what's up, neighbor? How you doing, buddy? Let's see here. Oh, they're talking about Tom Brady. Let me jump up a little bit. Sovereign Knight says, hit that like and subscribe. Guys, where are we at? We're almost at, we're a little far away from 100 likes. I was hoping we'd get 150 likes tonight, guys. Help me get there. Let's see. He drives an electric Hummer. You know what, guys? I'm not going to lie to you. When I reviewed the Hummer, the new Hummer, that thing was pretty cool. There were a lot of things about that thing were really cool. Yes, I know it's an EV, but it was faster. It was 9,000 pounds, and it was faster 0 to 60 than a Hellcat. It was stupid. The things that vehicle does are ridiculous. So I was actually kind of a fan of the Hummer. There's actually a guy who lives in my neighborhood that's got one. So and they're massive. So I don't hate on the Hummer. Let's see here. Who else have I not heard from? Mystic Zares, I think this is just use Twitter. You know what? I've never been a Twitter guy either. Maybe I should be. I don't know. This is You the Man X, says Jerry Roberts. Thank you, buddy. Jimmy says, he's talking about the electric Hummer. Let's see here. 85 likes, says Sovereign Knight. We're going to get there tonight, guys. Deciding on choosing a Trackhawk C8 Corvette. This is from Simba. A Red Eye Challenger. You've driven all three. Which do you pick? Trackhawk, a C8 Corvette, or a Red Eye Challenger? If you want all around utility, you want the Trackhawk. If you want just blatant, like straightforward power and speed, you want the Red Eye. And if you want something that handles like an exotic, like it's on rails and has a very unique driving experience, the C8. My answer to that is C8 if you're into sporty trackish. Yes, I would pick the C8. And the reason is because I've owned the other two and I haven't owned the C8. I ordered one. I should have taken delivery of it when I moved my deposit over to the Z06 before I got hooped, but I didn't. And I love Corvettes, guys. I've owned 5 of them. I probably won't be doing a Corvette for the channel simply because the typical demographic for the Corvette is not a demographic that there's a big number of people. And so I'm kind of looking to grow the channel as much as I'd love to own one, as cool as I think they are. I just don't think they're that relatable to that many people. So I just don't know. Like the E-Ray, I think the E-Ray is going to be absolutely fantastic. So one of my recent videos was actually the E-Ray being the fastest. I'm sorry, it's the quickest Corvette ever. It's even faster, I should say quicker. It's even quicker than the Z06, including in the quarter mile. It's faster 0 to 60. So it's very impressive. And I think Aaron says it looks really interesting. I think it does too, but nobody watched. I put out 2 E-Ray videos now, guys. Nobody watches them. And I think a lot of people are, when they see the title E-Ray, they think, oh, it's fully electric. It's not, guys. It still has a fire-breathing V8 behind it, and you get the benefit of an electric motor driving the front wheels that add 150 horsepower. And that is instant torque, and that's what makes it so freaking fast on the street. It would be a very impressive car to drive, and it would still sound good. So you kind of get the best of both worlds with the E-Ray, and it's slightly less money than the Z06. So, and it's a more streetable car. So you get some more bells. I think the E-Ray is fantastic, but would it do my channel any good? Probably not, especially for the price, right? If I got to pay 120 grand and it doesn't do my channel that much good, it's not really worth it. So anyway, I'm just spilling all of my thoughts out tonight, but that's kind of where we're at. But anyway, guys, we do have 150 people on, guys. If you're brand new, you're jumping into the live tonight, do me a big favor and hit the thumbs up for me. Let's get to at least to 150. I would really appreciate it. And we're not even halfway through the live tonight, guys. We're about halfway. Okay, so I want to jump in. Who else have I not heard from? Let me grab a couple other people I've not heard from. My man Mike Hunt. Mike Hunt. It's just hard to say that without laughing. But anyway, he always hits me up on Instagram as well. My man John Herman jumping in with the super chat. John, thank you very much, buddy. I appreciate that. I didn't see a comment with it. Maybe he commented up a little higher and I just missed it. If I did, it's my bad, buddy. Simba says, I'm surprised that mid-engine sports car wouldn't pull more views. I am too. You guys just don't, when I put out E-Ray videos, you guys just don't watch them. So I just don't think my audience is really, I mean, I get a few views, but it's not like I do when I put out my Mopar content. Certainly not like this Chrysler 300 one I just put out, which is kind of crazy. I get surprisingly good traction on Camaro videos for some reason. I don't know why. I get a lot of Camaro guys out there. But anyway, I try and vary my content. Most of you guys know that. Later G says, bro, hit me up. Have a Comp Blue 16 Viper. Oh, I love it. Later G has a Viper. He says, let's see, that I've been thinking about parting with, has 43,000 miles, sell it to you for 97. Hit me up on Instagram, RacerX Official. Send me a message. I love the Viper, guys. I had a chance to pick up a 2016 Viper back a couple of years ago. I might have told you guys this story. It was yellow, had 14,000 miles on it, and it was 73 or 74 grand. And I didn't buy it. I wasn't really in a position to buy at that time. But man, I wish I had, because boy, Vipers went crazy in value. So, but I do love the Gen 5 Viper still, guys. Those are awesome cars. Let's see here. Taylor says Super B. All right. So what do you guys think? Real quick, before we jump into this, I mentioned just a little bit ago that I was trying to get 3 cars for the channel this year. I would love to hear your thoughts on what you think those 3 cars are going to be. Viper has to come back and take the crown from Chevy, says Sovereign. Yes, I would love to see that guy. Oh my gosh, guys, if they came out with a new Viper in 2024 or 2025, game over, guys. I would love to see that. I can't imagine what the dealer markup would be on one, but it would be so cool, especially a mid-engine Viper. I think that would be amazing. Can I guess, says Aaron. You can guess, absolutely. Aaron is allowed to guess. Let's see here. James Photo says, since you've lived in both states, Florida or Texas, which do you consider more car-friendly? They're both very car-friendly. Florida is, first of all, James Photos, thank you again for the super chat, buddy. Florida is, from a climate perspective, it's more temperate, meaning you don't have the big swings like you do in Texas. You still gets a little cold here, but I mean, if it gets below about 35 here, that's a freak thing. I mean, you know, for example, a lot of the country right now is under freeze warnings. Like Dallas, you guys are frozen in right now. You can't even get on the roads. It was 85 here today. I mean, so when we talk about car friendly, in terms of just being able to be out in your car more often, I think, you know, I think Florida, you just can't beat Florida. You literally cannot. I mean, in the summertime, it's tough because it storms all the freaking time. So I will say that. And in Dallas, it doesn't. So I guess there's some give and take. The drivers are worse here than they are in Dallas, which some of you guys might be like, if you live in Dallas, you're like, that's not possible. I promise you it is. They are insane here, guys. Roy Morgan saying 10 for the Viper. Thanks, Roy. I appreciate it, buddy. That's good stuff. But anyway, guys, yeah. So, I mean, it is. I don't know which one I would pick. Florida. I'm still getting used to Florida, but I mean, from a car perspective, it's really good. They've got a good drag strip here. Of course, in Dallas, you've got XRP and you've got Texas Motorplex. So I mean, there's a little give and take, but they're both good for different reasons. So really good question, buddy. I appreciate it. Let's see, Roy. You know what? I would love to get a Viper. Man, I've always wanted one. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've always wanted a Viper. And they're not the fastest thing in the world, but man, there's very few cars in my mind that look better than a Dodge Viper. Even the Gen 2s. My favorite are the Gen 2s and the Gen 5s. I didn't really like the Gen 3s, guys. The Gen 4s, okay. But boy, the Gen 2, especially the GTS, guys. The Gen 2 GTS and then the Gen 5. The GTS, the ACR, they are all absolutely on point. And man, I'd love to own one. I'd love to do some special things to it, but they're almost prohibitively expensive right now, guys. That is the problem. And I just don't know how much it would help the channel either. I would love to own it though. Gosh, guys, I would love to own a Viper. Let me jump up. I missed a bunch of other stuff. Who else did? Aaron says, anybody see the original Black Ghost was at auction? Yes. I actually, I talked to him a little bit. And that I mean, I mentioned that to you guys in a previous live. I know Demonology talked to him. Obviously, he was at SEMA. We talked a bit at SEMA as well. And, you know, it's a little bit sad. I hope it goes to a really good owner. But, you know, I know he's got his reasons for doing it. And I respect it. So, you know, it's one of those things that it's just, he just felt like it was time. And like I said, he's got his reasons for doing it. I think it's an amazing, very historic car. And I really hope it goes to somebody who's going to honor the legacy of what that car means. So I don't know, guys. It's a big, if you're into Mopars, I mean, that's a big one. So I hope it goes to somebody that's deserving. Let's put it that way. See here. What else? Sovereign says, my man Sovereign jumping in. What did he say? He says, 5 for the live. I'm going to guess you are going to get the Challenger RT and mod it. As a matter of fact, I want to go back through and look at your comments, guys, just really quick. Thank you for the super chat, buddy. And that could be a pretty good guess. We've talked about the RT in the past. Like I said, guys, I want to try and do 3 cars this year. It's a lot. Like I said, I want to focus on newer cars, but not all of them will be. We'll see. Let's see here. Bullet Boost says Florida rocks. Spent time in Tampa. Roush Mustang everywhere. Roush Mustangs everywhere. I have not seen a whole. I've seen a couple, not a ton. Maybe I'm just hanging out in the wrong part of town. Let's see. Will is awesome. This says I would do whatever I had to do to get a Viper. If a new one came out. I'm right there with you, buddy. And Jason says, he's talking to Sovereign. I told myself that since I started out with a V6, I'd just save up even more and skip the RT and jump straight to the Scat. Well, nothing wrong with that either. Oh, let's see here. I am Legend. Yep, driven in Florida. They're terrible. Virginia's not that far off. I mean, there are a few that are kind of up there. Nothing like Florida, guys. They are a bunch of wild people here. Let's see. And it's coupled by the fact that you get a lot of snowbirds down here. So you get a lot of people like in their 70s and 80s that are like just super retired. And they come here and they drive like super slow. And then you get a bunch of other folks out there that like the other day I was driving along and I looked down and I'm not super proud of this, but I just looked down. I didn't realize how fast I was going. You guys, I mean, my car makes big power. It's really fast. And I just kind of accelerated a little bit. I look down. I'm going 95 miles an hour, and I look over, and there's a Prius sucking the paint off of my twin turbo Mustang. I don't know. I didn't think a Prius would even go that. What's the top speed of a Prius, guys? Like 80? Like this thing sucked the paint off my car on the way by. And I'm like, what in the hell is going on down here? So I don't know, man. It was just a wacky deal. Anyway, so I digress. Let me see who else we got on here. Oh, I want to see some of your other guesses, but first, my man 3V Project, always bringing the heat. RacerX, hope you're doing great. Just finished work. Glad to see you live. Buddy, thank you so much. I got something coming your way, by the way, which has been well overdue. My apologies. But anyway, be on the lookout for that. And thank you for the super chat as always, buddy. My man 3V Project, he is always present on these lives. And man, he's always super generous as well. So he has my original OG hat. that he got on one of my other lives not too long ago. And so anyway, I was super happy to be able to give that to somebody who's been such a loyal so a loyal supporter of my channel for so long. So thanks, buddy. I appreciate that so much. Let me see here. What else? Yeah, Sovereign Knight says a Prius. Yes. And it's not weird for me to get my doors blown off by like minivans and stuff here. Like they'll just get in the middle lane, and I kid you not, they'll drop a brick on the pedal and just hope for the best. That's what they do here. I I don't know. I haven't figured it out. But that is the reason my car insurance quadrupled. Go figure. Also, for some odd reason, well, I know why. The homeowners insurance here is almost unattainable because of the hurricanes. So we have that benefit as well. Ardell's in the house saying, good evening, RacerX. Good to see you on tonight. Down under 1969. Have you been to Chrysler's at Carlisle, PA? I have not. I have not been there. I've actually heard about it, but not been there. So maybe someday I'll get up there to check it out. Easy on Virginia, says Bullet Boost. Let's see who else we got here. I'm looking for your guesses, guys, on your on what you thought I was going to get. What are the 3 cars that you think I'm going to get for this year? I'm going to try to get. I haven't gotten anything yet, but I've got plans. Oh, let's see here. Oh, I see somebody else is talking. Oh, down under 1969. That's the one I just got. Oh my gosh, guys. Okay. Later, G, hit me up about your Viper. I'd love to see some pictures of it. Let's see here. Bet Sweet Nos, would you be interested in a 21 Charger Red Eye 3,500 mile full PPF and ceramic? As much as I love the Charger Hellcats, the Red Eyes, I have done that, and I've just decided that if I'm going to do something, it will not be a Charger. It will not be a Hemi-powered L-car Charger. So, but I really appreciate that, buddy. If I was in the market for one of those, I definitely would. Back when I sold my Hellcat, my Hellcat content was so stale because everybody had already done everything on the Hellcats. I mean, it's just been done so many times. You can only do so many pulleys and so many things, and everybody's kind of waiting on the new stuff to come down from these manufacturers. So, I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see what happens. So I'm going to drop you guys a hint really quick. I've told you guys about this in the past. I dropped a video on this, but I surmise that Dodge will come out with a new 2-door because I can't imagine them abandoning that segment, especially with the new Hurricane engine out there. That's going to be awesome. I know it's not a V8, guys, but just hear me out. Man, if they come out with a redesigned Challenger that's 700 pounds lighter, the engine, you're saving like 300 pounds just on the engine, guys. And it is forged internals, dual overhead cam this time, 4 valves per cylinder, all of that in a chassis that's smaller, that's lighter, that's more modern, better fuel injection, which means better fuel economy, all those things. And you give me one of those that makes 540 pound-feet of torque at 3,200 RPM out of the box, guys. Imagine the possibilities. That's all I'm going to tell you. And maybe we don't see, they're not going to abandon the 2-door segment, guys. They're either going to come out with another Challenger, in my mind, or they're going to come out with another 2-door and they're going to abandon the CUDA. So, but I just do not see them going away from a 2-door segment. Yes, I realize the Banshee, 2 doors, but it's an EV. We know they're going away from sedans, guys. I did a video about that just recently. Matter of fact, I'll talk about it here in a second. But the sedans, guys, they're going away. It's just part of it. So everybody is going over to these small SUVs, i.e. the Hornet. Like it or not, that's what everybody's doing. It's not just Dodge, guys. Everybody's doing it. Everybody's having success with it. And that's what the vast majority of people out there, not you or I maybe, but that's what the vast majority of people out there, that's what they want. The numbers don't lie, guys. So anyway, I hope they sell a zillion of them so Dodge can bring us some really cool stuff. But if they come out with a 2-door internal combustion, maybe powered by a 6-cylinder inline twin turbo, guys, you can turn up the wick on those. They have assured me those cars will hold 1,000 horsepower without even trying. Man, I would be so stoked to get a hold of one of those things. Like I said, guys, if you've ever been at 2K or anything like that, where they have the fastest street cars in the world, what are they? Right? A bunch of Supras, a whole bunch of GTRs, which are 6 cylinders, and even the V8s, guys. The V8s aren't in the big dog class. Most of them. As weird as that may seem, yeah, you got some Calvo Vipers and stuff out there, the V10s that have had some crazy stuff done to them. But by and large, the 6 cylinders, the inline sixes. I mean, BMW's been doing it forever. Porsche's been doing it. I mean, it's a proven recipe for success with better fuel economy. So anyway, if I could get a hold of one of those and do some stuff, I would be all about it. I wouldn't expect to see that car until really late this year, but you never know. So anyway, guys, there's that. Let me grab a couple more comments, and there's a couple things I wanted to touch on. So like I said, big plans for this year, guys. A whole bunch of stuff going on. We have 165 people on the live, guys. Hit thumbs up for me if you've not already done so. I really appreciate it. Gonna stay on with you guys for a little while longer, about 20 more minutes probably. So let me see who else we got here. Okay, who have I missed? I'm trying to find people I have not talked to yet. Just Eric Ohm says people will change when it hits the streets. You know what? You might be right. Let's see here. A lot of people do, guys. A lot of people, it grows on you after you see it over time. So there's that. Let's see. Joe K says 23 Scat Pack Challenger or Camaro LT1. Oh, if you want a street car that you're going to ride in all the time, that just something for dailying, then I would probably choose the Scat Pack. It's got that really satisfying torque that you love on the street. I've mentioned so many times, guys, I love the torque of a Scat Pack. It's a fun car to drive. I even, when I'm just talking about street driving, I would almost prefer it to a Hellcat. At the track, different story. Now, if you're planning on tracking the car or turning it up with a bunch of mods, then I would go the other way. The LT1, it's very light. It's much lighter. It's the lightest Camaro you can get with the biggest power. And if you're looking for like a race car, something to turn into something fast, then the LT1 all day. You're talking about a 10-speed transmission. There's a lot of parts on that thing that will really make that sucker move out. Plus, you're working with a very light platform to start with, and it's less expensive. So which one do you want, right? Which one's right for you? So anyway, good question, guys. Let's see here. Man, have I missed any? I think I got all my super chats. I think I'm caught up. 3V, I got 3V. All right, I think we're good. So here, okay, so John says they should do a Dart Sport with that 6 in it, all-wheel drive. Guys, I would love to see an all-wheel drive with the Hurricane in it. Man, I'd like to see more. I would like to see more stuff that Hurricane. Now, here's the thing, guys. Why do I say that? Everybody says, why do you say that that's going to happen? Well, we know for Roadkill Nights for 2023, which is nothing but a big marketing thing, guys. Keep in mind, it is what it is. They're putting the new Hurricane Inline 6 in those cars, not Hellcats. They're not putting Hemis. There's a reason they're putting the Hurricane in those cars. And yet we've not seen Dodge come out and say, look, we're going to put a Hurricane in XYZ, right? I mean, we know that we're going to see the Jeeps with them. But this is a Dodge event. So it would be silly to think that Dodge would not offer us something with a Hurricane in it. Are we going away from sedans? Yeah, I think we're going away from sedans. That seems to be what everybody's doing. That's why they have and you've got 3 trims, and they're almost the exact same price. I just talked about this in a recent video. So yeah, the Hornet was made to replace the Charger, but the 2-door internal combustion, they're not going to abandon that segment, guys. So whether it be branded a CUDA or whether it be branded a Challenger, I think they're going to give us something cool for 2024. I'd like to be one of the guys to bring it to you. So anyway, food for thought. I don't know this for sure. I've heard hints, I've heard things, but anyway, guys, in most cases, like I said, I don't want to toot my horn too much, but it's just like when everybody's asked me what's going to go in this or how much power is this going to make. How many times have I been wrong, guys? I mean, I don't know what else to say. Like, you guys asked me what the Chrysler 300C was going to be. I was like, look, it doesn't make sense to put a Hellcat in it. They don't have enough engines. There's a reason they didn't do it before. But the 6.4, they've already done it. They're already making it overseas. Sure enough, comes out, it's 6.4. When it came to what the special edition cars were going to be, I mean, I was pretty much spot on with each and every one of them, right? So, I don't know. Like I said, I mean, I could be wrong. You never know. So anyway, I love it. Let me jump down here, guys. Carbonize says E-Ray. Guys, I would love to own an E-Ray. I'm not going to lie. I think the car is so cool, but I just don't think you guys don't watch the E-Ray stuff. Like I said, I put out E-Ray content, and you guys tell me, if you don't watch it, it kind of tells me what I need to know about how much traction it would get on my channel. And I don't think it would be a lot. I think, and there's something to be said for a car you just love anyway. But I mean, at this point, guys, I'm trying to grow my channel. I want cars that not only do I love, but everybody else loves and wants to watch content on it. D. Martinez, if you had to go electric with Dodge, which one is better, the Banshee or the Hornet? Oh, by far, if I'm going to get an electric vehicle, I'm going to go with the Banshee. I'm going to turn it all the way up, turn the wick up on the thing, and I would rock it. But not that I hate the Hornet. I don't want to put the wrong thing out there. If I'm going to get a Hornet, yeah, I'm probably going to get like a GLH, make it as cool as I can. But I mean, I see the Hornet as more of a daily type thing. The Banshee is made to be an absolute speed demon. I mean, the Banshee is going to be fast, guys. Make no mistake about it. That car will be fast. I'm pretty sure you guys will see when it comes out. It'll be fast. And the fact that it can do all-wheel drive burnouts is pretty cool. It does some cool stuff. It may be a little bit gimmicky. Hi. But yeah, I think that it's just one of those things that I mean, the Banshee, I think, has a coolness factor to it. It's just everybody's kind of thrown back by the fact, yeah, it's an EV, or they don't like the sound. If Dodge were to call me tomorrow, I'm going to be honest with you. If Dodge was to call me tomorrow, say, RacerX, listen, we're going to give you a pre-production Banshee. Would you be interested in that? Yeah. Like, I'm willing to give it a chance, guys. I want to see how it drives. And if I get a chance to drive it, I'm going to give you guys my absolute, like, hey, this is what I like. This is what I don't like. I'm intrigued by it. I'm intrigued by the fact that it feels like it shifts. I'm intrigued by the fact that it does some very unique things that no other electric car in the market does. But that doesn't necessarily mean that I would like it. I might really like it. I don't know, guys. I typically reserve judgment until I have a chance to drive it and really kind of get to know the vehicle a little bit. It's like I told you guys in the beginning, like the Supra. I did not like the Supra. I was like, I'm not going to like this car. And I went in with these preconceived notions that I hated it. And then I drove it and I was like, you know what? This car is kind of hard to hate because it's a lot of fun. And if you've ever driven a Supra, you know exactly what I'm talking about. They're fun little cars to drive. They're small, but they sound really cool. And they are darty as all get out. It's like driving a Miata on steroids. And there's something that's fun about that. I don't know what it is. I didn't expect it to be fun, but it was, and I can't be mad at it. So let's wait and see. Let's wait and see what happens. But I love the question. Really good question. Hornet's going to be cool. An electric Viper. Oh, Mystic, you're killing me. Would you guys go for an electric Viper? Is that like the most sacrilege thing in the world? It's one thing to talk about a muscle car being electric, right? But is it even worse to think about a Viper? One of Dodge's most iconic, like, big engine, rare, like, just cool cars going full electric. That is a tough one to think about. Wow. I don't know. I don't know where I sit with that, guys. Like I said, I judge all things when I get a chance to see them and experience them for what they are. So we'll see. I love the question. No EV Viper, says Taylor. Roy, shorten the front end of the Viper and make it electric would be good. See, that's what I mean. You guys are like all over the board on this stuff. And I think for some people that initially were like, you know what, electrics never, ever, like, I would roll over in my grave. I'd jump off a bridge first, like all that kind of stuff. A lot of people, they just couldn't get on board. But you'll see a few people kind of starting to be like, well, maybe I would give it like a little chance just to see. I still think it's going to suck, but there's like a 10% chance maybe it wouldn't. People are starting to warm ever so slightly, but not a lot. So I think we just have to wait and see. One thing I could guarantee you, if Dodge gave me a pre-production Banshee, I'd be making like 12 videos a day. I'd be out there racing like everything. I'd be racing mopeds. I'd be racing dudes on roller skates. Like, I'd be doing all sorts of crazy, like, 4-wheel drive burnouts. And like, I'd have so much fun with it. be taking it to the track. I'd be racing Plaids. I'd be racing Lucid Airs. I'd be racing, twin turbo Vipers. I'd be racing Grandma and her Cadillac. It'd be what it is. What it is. I mean, because it's just something new. We don't know what it's capable of, and I think that's something that's a little intriguing. So anyway, food for thought. I do want to jump quite in. Let's see here. Let me see if I've missed something, guys. Who have I missed? A lot. Okay. MCG says, will Dodge Dodge will want to focus on the Banshee. They do. They obviously want to focus on the Banshee. That's why they showed it to us. I don't think Dodge fully knows exactly. Based on what I'm hearing, like Dodge is kind of like they plan a lot of stuff very last minute. It's just what they do, guys. I don't know why. But that's what Dodge does. And so the reason I don't have a lot more information like well in advance, I think, is because a lot of it's still not fully decided. I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. So anyway, what else? Soup93 says you wouldn't race my Altima. I bet I would. So anyway, guys, so I did bring you a lot of other content. I mean a transmission on an EV, says Sovereign Knight. So here's the thing, guys. I brought you 5 videos since the last time because I had a couple things that I really wanted to talk to you about before I jump off tonight. A couple things. So car prices are headed down. I had a video about this, and yes, we're starting to see car prices. We're cresting, and now ever so slightly, you're starting to see the market come back. And so what that is a little bit scary for people that paid way over sticker for cars. I'm glad that I didn't do that. I wouldn't do it on principle anyway. But you will start to see the car market come back, just like you're going to start to see the housing market come back. It kind of, it hit its peak. It's going to start coming back the other way, guys. So, my advice to you is this: do not pay dealer markup. It's always been that, but especially right now, you're going to end up really upside down in my mind, unless you end up with some unbelievably rare thing. But if you pay markup, it's kind of at your own risk, guys. I hate that dealerships are still trying to do it, but don't be that guy. Be patient. That's my only advice for you. The E-Ray is the quickest Corvette ever. We talked about that just a few minutes ago. That's a video I recently put out. Why Dodge abandoned the 4-door Charger? We kind of just touched on that. The Hornet is the answer to that, but I did put out a nice video about it, guys. You can learn all about the statistics on why they did it and the numbers that back it up. It's all right there, guys. OC Motivators folks passed on the Hornet. Yes, I was aware of that. Another one, the Hennessy Chrysler 300, the HP 650 package. That is a supercharged car. It's got a 2.3 liter Magnuson supercharger on it. It only makes like 7-8 pounds of boost, but still a very cool car. 2012. They only made the 6.4 300s until 2014, which is kind of a bummer, right? Until 2023, one model year, like 2,000 cars, they're going to be kind of hard to get. I really wish they hadn't gone away from the 6.4 at least in the 300C, but the 300C has always been kind of that left out model. I don't know why. It's just been always left out of a lot of the cool stuff. It only got the 5.7 for a while, didn't even get the 6.4, let alone the Hellcat. So, maybe it's just one of those things. What's going to happen to Chrysler, guys? If Chrysler's doing away with the 300 next year, which we fully expect, 3V Project says Blackwing. That's an interesting notion. I like it. So anyway, what will come? Does that mean they're just going to have the Chrysler Pacifica and it's going to be its own brand? That also makes no sense. So I don't know where Dodge is going with this, guys. I hate to say it. And then the last one I put out, the 2024 Mustang S650 orders are delayed. I wanted to put out an update to that because so many people got mad at me. They're like, RacerX, listen. I wanted to order a 2024 Mustang GT. You said the order banks were going to open on January 14th. They didn't. What happened? And the truth is, guys, it got delayed. I talked about it in a recent video. It got delayed till the 24th, and then the 24th came and went, and guess what they did? They delayed it again. When I talked to the folks, the higher-ups, apparently there's something Ford didn't like. I don't know what it is. They wouldn't tell me. They have keeping it very close to the chest. I don't think there's anything wrong with the car. I think the car is just fine, but I think there may be either supply chain related. There's something going on that the brass at Ford, did not like about putting that car out there to start the orders and all that kind of stuff. They just weren't ready for whatever reason. Now, will we see it here in the next couple of weeks? I hope so, but I can't be positive of that either. I did not get straight answers, guys. All I did was put out a video telling you guys what I knew to be true. Hopefully, you guys didn't get the volume messed up, but that's the truth. And so when I hear something back on the order banks opening, you guys will know a lot of people are very interested in the Dark Horse and the Mustang GT, because if Dodge is going away from V8s, the Camaro's going away, and the Corvette is unaffordable, which it basically is for most people, then what's left? Well, you got the Mustang still putting out a fire-breathing V8 that, and the Dark Horse makes 100 horsepower per liter. Pretty impressive. Yeah, I know the Z06, flat plane crank and all that, 670 horse out of a 5.5 liter engine. That's super impressive. But then again, you can't hardly touch a Z06 for under, 150 grand. More than that, because then the dealers mark them up. So, I mean, people are paying ridiculous amounts of money for those cars. And if you can go out and buy a Mustang GT that makes 486 horsepower, that you can just do bolt-ons to, that will easily make, who knows, 600-700. I mean, you guys see my car. My car is a bolt-on turbo kit to a Coyote that makes well north of 1,000 horsepower. So it's pretty intriguing for everybody out there right now, what Ford is doing. So anyway, guys, there's that. So those are the 5 videos I brought you. Now, I also brought you 4 different shorts. I'm putting out a few of these short YouTube videos. Have you guys seen those? Now, I'm putting out a new series. I started it with one. It's called Only Car Guys Would Understand. And the one I've already done is the 20-minute or the 15-minute install in your driveway. It was meant to be very funny. Hopefully you guys saw it. I've got some new ones in that series. I've got at least 4 other videos planned in that series. Only car guys would understand. They're meant to be really funny and be things that we as car people all know about, i.e. the 10mm socket, or why people park next to you when you park with nobody within 400 spaces of you. Things like that. So anyway, guys, like I said, it was a lot of you guys saw it was funny. Joe says it was funny. James Photo says, I say it once, I'll say it again. Swinger Challenger for the X-Men. Yeah, baby. No, I cannot do. That is my least favorite of all of the packages. It's the Swinger edition. Oh, I don't even, that one I didn't quite understand. The Super B, yeah, so but the Swinger edition. Anyway, I digress. So that is a couple of the things. Now, I have a couple new videos that I want to tell you guys about. Like I said, in the next couple of days, expect this to come out. I'm going to tell you some things you could do for your Mopar, and not necessarily just for Mopars. But it is a big issue for Mopars, but things you can do to keep your car safe. You guys have been asking me for that video. It's already filmed. I'm almost done editing it. So expect that, if not tomorrow, the following day, most likely. Also, the Scat Pack versus the Mustang GT versus the Camaro SS. I got to put all 3 cars together. I found a dealership that has all 3. And I want to tell you about the things that people don't like about each car. So you guys have been asking me, hey, RacerX, would you pick a Mustang or would you pick a Scat Pack? Like, this will help you make those decisions, guys. This video, it's going to be a pain in the butt to film and edit, but I think it's going to be a good one. So anyway, guys, there's that. As I mentioned, the Recaro partnership that we got going. And then also, one other thing I want to mention to you guys. This is weird. And I do not have a good answer for you, but I want to just ponder something. If you go to Dodge's website, their Charger and Challenger models are still only listed for 2022. So you can't even compare the prices from 2022 to 2023. I thought about making content about this. I have to figure out really how I want to do it. But Dodge does not even have the 2023. We're in 2023. We're already in February. And there's still nothing on the website about the 2023 Chargers and Challengers. They're already rolling off the assembly line, guys. They're showing up at dealerships right now, and you can't spec one out on the website at all. The Durango shows up. The Hornet shows up, although you only get 2 trims. You don't get the you don't get the RT. And then the GLH is something from Direct Connection. I'm not sure how that's going to work yet. But I'm surprised they do not have anything on their website about the 2023 Chargers and Challengers. I mean, go try and spec one out. You can't. Uh, I don't know anybody else that's like that right now. There's something. It's like there's something going on behind the scenes there that's a little weird. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about why they have not put anything out there on their 2023s? I'd like to hear about it. Let me jump down and look at a couple of comments here, guys. I'm starting to get tired. I'm not going to lie. We got to 174 likes tonight, guys. Thank you so much. We almost stretched and got 200 tonight. That's really good. Man, I was not expecting that. So you guys really, I appreciate that. 175 likes. We're killing it tonight, guys. Maybe a few more before we jump off. Will is awesome says, I didn't see the Durango on the main page. It still says 2022. Yeah, so if you go to spec it, if you go to like build and price, you will see the 2023s on there, as I checked earlier today. So there's that piece of it. What does Roy say? Recaro's seats aren't heated. If not, I'll stick with my. Okay, so Roy, you bring up an interesting point. The only thing I can tell you right now is on the seat that I may or may not show you for a car that I may or may not get, that could change. They're pretty proud of it. So anyway, I won't say any more about it. Yeah, I think you guys are going to be pretty impressed with some of the stuff coming down the pipe for this year. So anyway, let's see. Got to go, X, says John. Listen, buddy, thank you for joining the live tonight. I'm actually getting ready to go myself. Let me grab a couple more quick comments. Let's see. I Am Legend, the dealership where I got my red eye, has 23s. Yes, I've seen 23s. Coons. Isn't Coons the dealership that's doing the astronomical markup? Am I wrong with that? I was trying to do a research on who was doing the worst markups, and I thought those guys were really bad about markup. Am I wrong? Anyway, W for the win says hello, coming in late tonight. Big B42, hello from San Antonio. Any update on the last call car? Nothing, guys. I like I said, I hope to be at Dodge and bring that to you live. I'm waiting to hear back from Dodge on that. I probably wait till next week to maybe call them back, but I should hear from them pretty soon about what we want to do there. So we'll see. They're still in the planning process, guys. I know that for sure. So anyway, guys, you have anything else you want to talk about tonight? I'm getting pretty tired. It's been a really good live tonight. As always, guys, I appreciate your generosity. You guys have been fantastic. I think I got all my super chats. I didn't miss anybody tonight, right? Let's see here. So really quick to sum up, wow, a lot of stuff coming across. Do you think Ford is the way to go in the few years after Dodge is done with V8s? Not necessarily. Like I said, I talked a little bit about maybe something that Dodge could have coming down the pipe, which would be equally as cool, different, but equally as cool. So we'll see. And don't count Chevy out just yet. Chevy may have something coming down the pipe as well. I don't really know. But I would expect that Chevy realizes that they're missing out on a huge market segment. They may come up with something that's pretty cool as well. So, Chevy, those guys, they always keep things just kind of behind closed doors, but then they pop out and they got something cool. So you never know. But I think this year, this 2023 year, 2022 just sucked. I think 2023, we're going to see some new offerings. It's going to be a good year. As I mentioned, guys, 3 new cars for the channel. I want to take at least 3 trips, if not more. I want to collab with a bunch of YouTubers you guys haven't met, you guys haven't seen me collab with yet. I'm going to see how much of this I can get set up. I got new merchandise I'm trying to get set up along with my website. Like I said, I'm trying to go to Dodge both in the summertime or late summertime, like August, for their Roadkill Nights, and of course for their 7th edition reveal in 2020. What am I talking about? In March. So that's coming up on the 20th of March is what I was trying to say. You can tell I'm getting tired. And so anyway, guys, go check out one of my last videos. I've got 5 brand new videos, 4 shorts. I've got 3 new videos planned. Recaro has now come on board. We are a partner with Recaro at this point. Very cool. Those guys are going to be great to work with. And guys, the last thing I want to touch on, the bots. Guys, the bots have been awful. Once again, if somebody directs you to a third-party site telling you I'm giving away a truck and you can enter and all this kind of stuff, and they message you like in the comments section of my videos, and it says like RacerX 7 or RacerX 20 or whatever the heck, no. Mine says RacerX 9, and anyway, but YouTube has been cracking down on the bots a little bit more. I don't see quite as many right now. And so that's a good thing because it was getting out of hand. So I just want to put that back out there. Once again, continue to submit your video ideas to me, guys, on Instagram, RacerX Official. And man, I cannot tell you guys how much I appreciate you guys as always. If you're brand new to my channel or you've been with me for years, I really do appreciate each and every one of you guys for supporting me, supporting the channel, giving me video ideas, and that's what makes this YouTube thing so rewarding for me. Man, I really appreciate you guys. Mods, once again, thank you guys. You know what you do, and I really appreciate it. That's about it for me, guys. That's about all I had. Once again, hold your families tight. Be kind to everybody. My man Aaron jumping in at the last minute. Only bots I get. Like, are you wanting to hook up with me? I promise that's not me, Aaron. Thanks for the chat, buddy. Oh, Aaron's always bringing the heat at the end. So anyway, guys, hold your families tight, and I will catch you on the next one. So until then, racer.